Hello, Emerson Eagles. It's that time again. We've got another bedtime story for you guys tonight. Tonight, Kirby and I are going to be reading a story called Grumpy Monkey. Look at that grumpy face on that monkey. Isn't he adorable? Grumpy Monkey. It is written by Suzanne Lang and it's illustrated by Max Lang. The illustrations in this book, you guys are going to like those. They're very bright, they're very colorful, and some of them are kind of funny. Hope you guys are able to see it. Are you ready, Curbs? Are you ready, buddy? We're going to read the kids a story. Okay, sit down. Let's read the kids a story. Good boy. All right, here we go. Grumpy Monkey. Look at that illustration there. Chameleon with his banana. There's the title page, Suzanne Lang and Max Lang. Here we go. There's the first picture. Aren't those beautiful? Those beautiful pictures of that jungle. One wonderful day, Jim Panzee woke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Is that possible? Can we have bananas that are too sweet? Look at that grumpy monkey. Look at that face. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. Look at him. Insisting, I am not grumpy. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched. So Jim loosened up. He was all hunched over in that first picture right there. All hunched, looking grumpy. So he tried to loosen up to not be so grumpy. Then he ran into Lemur. There's Lemur up in the tree. Lemur's up there in the tree. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. He's insisting I'm not grumpy. Your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemur. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. So Jim raised his eyebrows. There's Jim after he loosened up, and then he raised his eyebrows. I don't know. He's not convincing Norman or Lemur. He still looks grumpy. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy. Grumpy? Me? Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Then why that frown, said Snake. So he had a frown over here. He had a frown on his face. Why that frown, said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. He raised his eyebrows, he loosened up, and he put on a smile. Finally, Jim looked happy, but he didn't feel happy inside. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. "You should sing with us," said the birds. Jim didn't feel like singing. "You should swing with us," said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. Even Norman's ready to sing, and Norman's ready to swing, not Jim. "You should roll with us," said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. "You should stroll with us," said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling. "You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet." Didn't want to roll with the zebras, didn't want to stroll with the peacocks, didn't want to lie in the grass with the lion or stomp his feet with an elephant. No. "You should take a bath and make a splash. You should hug someone. You should take a nap. You should eat old meat." Huh? "Or some honey. You should jump up and down. You should sit in the sun. Or you should dance." There's Porcupine. Porcupine says, "You should dance. That'll help you feel better." But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. "Why are you grumpy, Jim?" asked the others. "It's such a wonderful day." "I'm not grumpy," shouted Jim as he beat his chest. And then he stormed off. Everybody's so confused. I think Jim's even confused. He keeps saying he's not grumpy, but he's doing all the things that make him seem grumpy. Jim felt sorry. A little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. "I guess I am grumpy," Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, look at him there by himself. He's there by himself, finally saying, "I guess that I am kind of grumpy." And he starts feeling really sad. Here he came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up and he was frowning. "What's the matter? Are you grumpy?" asked Jim. "No, I danced with Porcupine." And I have to get close up. Poor Norman. Norman danced with Porcupine, and look what happened to Norman. Right there in the backside. "Are you okay?" asked Jim. "It hurts. But I'll probably feel better soon enough," said Norman. "Are you still grumpy?" "Yes," said Jim, "but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I need to be grumpy." "It's a wonderful day to be grumpy," said Norman. And Jim agreed. Poor Norman, his backside is still red. But he knows he'll feel better soon enough. And Jim says, "Yeah, I'm still grumpy, but I know I'll feel better too." And he already felt a little bit better. See that? He just needed a friend. Sometimes, even when everything looks like it should be going right and everything is going well with everybody else, sometimes we just get grumpy. And it's important that we don't judge ourselves for being grumpy, and we don't judge other people when they're grumpy. We just need to know, yeah, sometimes we get grumpy, but it gets better. It gets better. We're grumpy for a little bit, and then we find something that helps us to be not grumpy. And in this case, Jim relied on his friend Norman. And once he had a buddy there by his side, making sure he was okay, then Jim felt a little bit better. So it's important, if you're the grumpy monkey, you find a friend. If your friend is the grumpy monkey, just be there for them. All right, guys. It's going to be a great week at Emerson. The weather is supposed to be beautiful this week. I can't wait. I miss you guys. I hope you had a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Big hugs. Mwah. Good night, guys.